Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Good. All right. Let's get you guys started. For your glutes today, anything that you want to do for your glutes, hip ups, X-stand walkout slam shells, anything that you want to do for the glutes, we are going to go 40 seconds total. I'll time you guys. I'll let you know when 20 seconds are up. So if you're doing a single leg movement, you can switch sides. So again, the easiest thing would just be hip ups, lay on your back, feet on the floor, knees bent, pushing your hips up and down. 3, 2, 1, go. Yep. Just took a break. All right, gang, that is halfway. Switch sides if you're doing single leg. Ten more seconds. Rest, gang, rest. All right, we're gonna do our arm bar. So we did this on Monday. So here's what your arm bar looks like. So you're gonna go face down. I'm gonna slide my leg up. I'm gonna put my head on my. So I'm on my. This is my left leg. This is my right hand. So head's on right hand, knees on the floor, and I'm gonna take my hand. I'm just gonna kind of rest my hand on the ground, and then I'm gonna basically reach my hand up. So you can either do a reach or just a lift. Your choice, but keep your head in contact. We're gonna do 6 of these. Okay, so either a lift or pull the arm towards you and then reach. Take each side, please. When you guys are done with that, we're going to stay belly down. And we're going to do some eyes to basically like a push-up position. Okay, so it's going to look like this. So I want you, if you're on a mat, we're going to use that mat. So I want you to keep as much as possible, I want you to keep your hands inside the line of the mat. All right. So we start in an eye position. I'm going to bring my elbows as close to my body as I can. keep my hands as close to my body as I can inside the mat and basically go to a push-up position, give a little bit of a push, and then back into that I position. We're going to do 8 of those. In the push-up position, just give a little bit of a push into the floor. You don't have to pick yourself up. We're just looking for like a little bit of contraction, the muscles. If you want to do a push-up, that's fine. You don't need to. Who is this? Once you guys get those 8 done, I'm going to have you take a knee. And we're just going to do our regular hip mobs. So it's kind of my right knee's down, my left leg's up. I'm going to bring my chest kind of down a little bit. Okay. So I want to have a round through my lower back, not an arch, a round. And then I'm just going to drive kind of everything forward 8 times. And then we're going to switch sides. What's up, Kara? I didn't recognize your car. I'll put you right over here. Eight each side, gang. Once you get those done, let me get you to stand up, please. All right, gang. So once you get those done, we're going to do some toes, heels, inside foot, outside foot. All right. So for our ankles today, all we're going to do is we're going to come up onto our toes. We're going to come up onto our heels. We're going to lift the inside of our feet up off the floor. We're going to lift the outside of our feet up off the floor. We're going to do that for 40 seconds. 40 seconds. So just up onto the toes, up onto the heels, inside feet up off the floor, outside feet up off the floor. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. When you lift the inside of the feet up off the floor, be a little bit careful. If you had some ankle issues in the past, lifting that inside of the foot up off the floor is going to potentially be a little problematic. So just be a little careful with lifting inside feet up off the floor. 20 seconds down, 20 seconds to go. All right, gang, rest. For our laterals today, we're going to do some limbo laterals. Limbo laterals. So all that means is this is going to be a lateral squat position. This is really hard to do in a lateral lunge position. So we're going to do 6. Each time that you rock over, you're going to go lower and lower. So I'm going to start my right side. So I'm going to stay kind of high, which is how I like to do most things. And then I'm going to go a little bit lower. And then I go a little bit lower. So every time you go over to that side that you start on, you're trying to get your hips a little bit lower to the floor. 6 each side, please. Once you get your 6 each side, we're going to do our self-love. So once you get 6 each side, give me some toe touches, guys. So after your 6 lateral squats, lateral lunges, feet together, exhale, back up. We're going to do 2 minutes of self-love. Toe touches are first, exactly what it sounds like, just touching your toes. 4 to 6 for your repetitions. So you're going to do toe touches 4 to 6 times. After your toe touches, we're going to go into our deep squats. So after toe touches, give me some deep squats. Big thing for the deep squats is no knee pain. Other than that, the other big thing would be squatting as low as you can while keeping your head and chest up. You could hold this bottom position. You could rock side to side. Most important thing, though, is that your head and chest are up. Well, no knee pain would be the most important thing. Other than that, head and chest up. So 4 to 6 rocks. You could do 4 to 6 squats. After you get those done, we're on our back. Elbows locked, biceps close to ears. And we're doing our arms overhead. Armies overhead. Four to 6. Keeping those elbows locked. Keep the biceps close to the ears. After your arms overhead, we got our quadruped final wave. Cat and camels. Or cat and cows, or dolphins and walruses, whatever those animals are. You're going to push your hands into the floor, round through your upper back. And then give me a little arch. 4 to 6 of these. And then we're going to finish with our wrist love, which usually never get any love because they're your wrists. So palms down, fingertips away. Rocking forward and backward. Palms down, fingertips away, fingers spread. If you notice that you wake up and you wake up with your hands in a fist, in a clenched hand position, you need to do more wrist love. Palms up, fingertips towards you. And then last one, all these are going to be like 4 to 6. And then your last one, palms down, fingertips towards you. All right, guys. There's our self-love. Let's get into the workout. So day 2, week 1, new phase, phase 8. We got feet elevated side planks or Copenhagen side planks. All right. So you'll need a bench, a box, a chair. If you don't have a bench, box, or chair, I'm going to turn this for you guys. If you don't have a bench, box, or chair, that is okay. Because you could use like a pillow. So you guys will both use this bench. So Copenhagen, it's like a side plank, except you are really working on like your inner thigh. Okay. So the way it looks, I'm going to show you guys the hardest version first, just because it's the easiest to set up. So it looks like this. Okay, my foot's on top of something. My other foot is here. I'm going to drive my hips up. I'm going to keep the bottom leg on the floor. I'm pushing down on my top leg, right? Eventually, I want to try and lift my bottom leg up off the floor, okay? If that is too hard, you treat it like a normal side plank. So you bend your leg. You shorten the lever. That makes it easier, all right? That is your Copenhagen side plank. The alternative to this would be feet elevated, which is basically just kind of exactly what it sounds like. Feet elevated on something. You could do it on chair if you want to. Be kind of high, but get the idea. Second exercise. Seated straight leg raise, single or bilateral. We have been doing this for past couple phases. So on your butt, legs straight, tight quads, lock knees, steeple. Either single leg or double leg. Don't rock your shoulder blades, or don't rock your head and shoulders backwards when you do it. Okay. I'm going to time you guys for this. So we're going to do your side planks 20 seconds each side. We're going to do your leg lifts 20 seconds total. 2 sets. Copenhagen's first, or elevated side planks first. 3, 2, 1, go. If you're doing it in that long lever, keep your bottom leg on the floor for today. And I really want you to think about pushing your top leg into the bench. Should feel this in the inner thigh. Rest, switch sides. All right, gang. 3, 2, 1, Go. You gotta be a little higher. Your knee needs to be below the line of your hip. 10 seconds. I mean, it's not a big deal for, that's more for like a hip thing. You might not have an issue with it. All right, gang, rest. All right, give me that seated straight leg raise. So you're going to flip over onto your butt. Remember, imagine that you have a wall behind you. So you can't lean backwards with this. And you're either going to go single leg for 10 seconds and then the other one for 10 seconds. You can alternate single legs for the 20, or you can do all double legs for the 20. 20 seconds, 3, 2, 1, go. I'll let you know when 10 seconds are up. For my veterans that have been doing this, I really want you to focus on trying to point your toes as hard as you can. Flex your quads as hard as you can. That is 10 seconds, halfway done. Rest, gang. Back to those side planks. Back to the Copenhagens. One more round of each. Should feel this in the inner thighs. 3, 2, 1, go. Good job, guys. Good job. 5 more seconds. Rest. Switch sides, gang. Switch sides. 3, 2, 1, go. Rest. All right. Seated leg lifts. 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. That is 10 seconds. Rest. Resty rest, guys. Resty rest. Okay. For our power today, we got some staggered stance, alternating hops. I'm excited about these. And we have some rotational slams. For your staggered stance, alternating hop, looks like this. We're going to start in a staggered stance. That just means one foot in front of the other. And then I alternate. Okay, so this is it. You can make it a little higher. Okay. But it's basically just kind of a hop in place and you're alternating legs. If you want to make this a lot harder, you could take this into a split jump. Okay. I'm not going to demonstrate this, but it basically, you go from just kind of doing this to going bigger into a lunge, and you jump and you switch your legs, and you jump and you switch your legs. So if you want to make it harder, legs go wider into a, or longer, wider, however you want to look at it, into a split squat position. And then we're going to superset that with rotational slams. So these are also around the world. Sometimes we come around the world. We're going with rotational slams for today. Pillow, a sweatshirt, medicine ball, anything that you can slam into the ground and it's not going to hurt anything. So the rotation is basically, I'm going to bring it around my head and then slam. Okay. And then I pick it back up and then I bring it around the head the opposite direction and slam. I can slam it to my side like that, or I can go all the way around and slam it in front. Doesn't matter. It's got to go around your head. All right. And you're alternating directions with that. So clockwise and then counterclockwise. Okay. 30 seconds each. We're going to rest about 40 seconds, about 15 seconds between each movement. Okay. We'll go through twice. So 30 seconds, staggered stance, alternating hop. 3, 2, 1, go. Remember, to make it harder, you take your legs more into a split squat or a lunge position. 10 seconds. We're going to rest a tiny bit before we go into our rotational slams. Rest. All right, rest a little bit. We got 15 seconds. 10 seconds. We got 30 seconds rotational slams. Remember, all we're looking for is that you're taking that around your head before you slam it. All right, gang. 3, 2, 1, go. Halfway. Five seconds. We're going to get a little break. 15-second break. Rest. Another way you can make those harder, you put some arms into it so it looks like this. Okay, so if you want to put some arms into it, it's like a jumping jack. All right, gang. 3, 2, back to our alternating hops. 1, go. Nobody's doing the arms? Nobody's doing the arms? Come on. 10 seconds. 5. Rest. 15 seconds rest. Yeah, kind of. All right, gang. Slams, rotational slams. 3, 2, 1, go. Halfway. Rest. Rest, guys. Grab some water. Grab some juice. Juice up. I'll borrow your foam roller. I'll borrow your foam roller. I'll give it back to you, don't worry. All right, gang. So here's what we got. First exercise is going to be an alternating press on the foam roller. If you don't have a foam roller, that's okay. Although you should get one for like $20. You're going to use a lot of it in our programming. So if you have a foam roller, you can beat it on the floor. That's fine. But it is ideal that your elbows can go past the line of your torso. So obviously they can't do it on the floor. So you could also use a bench for this if you don't have a foam roller, but you don't have a bench. Alternating floor press, elbows out. All right. Now, we're not telling you if we want you to alternate in the top position or the bottom, so it's really up to you. So you can hold it down here and do a press. Okay. Or you can hold it up top and do a press. It's up to you. They both are challenging for different reasons. Okay. So maybe do both today and figure out which one you like better. This is an elbows out position. All right. So your elbows are going to be pointing away from your body. So you're not neutral, not close to your torso, elbows away. Okay. We're going to superset that with close grip push-ups. If you can't do close grip push-ups for some reason, let me know, and I will give you a modification, but I think you all will be able to do close grip push-ups or diamond push-ups. Okay, that's the other term for them. So you're either going to make a diamond. Me personally, I don't like making a diamond for these. It just doesn't feel great on me. I like just keeping my hands close together. Okay, so I'm basically going to have a fist distance to my thumbs. I'm going to go on the floor, fist distance to my thumbs, fingers spread, and I want to focus on trying to keep my elbow tip pointing towards my hip. And then you're just doing push-up. All right. All right, gang. So we're gonna go 6 minutes, 3 sets. For your bench press, it's 12 to 15. For your diamond push-ups, it's 10 to 12. We want you to do those exercises back to back and then take a little breather. All right, gang. 3, 2, 1, go. For the diamond push-up, for the rep range that we want you at, which is 10 to 12 reps, I would much rather you do those on your knees and you're going nice and slow than on your feet where you're only going down halfway because we want that full range of motion. And the diamond push-ups should be either pecs or triceps. Really just depends on kind of what you're doing in that motion. What in the fuck? Did you like break your arm since the last time I saw you? Why are you pressing like 8-pound dumbbells? Yeah, it's too little. All right, that's fine. You can ease back in. No, that's okay. All right, all right, all right. You ease back into things. That's a good reason. Okay. Okay. And you worked out last night, so I'm gonna take it easy on you. Good job, Jessica. All right, so after you get your now listen, gang, we're putting these two exercises together for a specific reason. Okay. This is a pre-fatigue set. So we're hitting essentially two muscles, pecs and triceps, in the same set. So you should have a pretty good pump in either your triceps or your pecs, or maybe even both, ideally. The diamonds, just take your hands wider. If the diamond or close grip push-ups bother your shoulder, this is one of the reasons why I don't like diamonds, because it just kind of, I don't feel great on my shoulders. Take your hands a little bit wider. In the grand scheme of things for these push-ups, it's really just a close grip push-up so that we can hit more of your triceps. So I want you thinking about. Six minutes. If you normally get push-ups in your tricep, the way that you normally do it, then do the way you normally do it. But you should not be able to do your push-ups and then go right into your bench press. You should need to rest a little bit, maybe 30 seconds for some of you, maybe a minute for some of you. It just kind of depends on the person. Feel okay in the shoulder for the push-ups. Right here. What'd you say? What'd you say? Okay. So you took your hands wider too, and that felt better. Just doing that position. Gang, again, for those close grip push-ups, please let me know if you're having any shoulder discomfort. You don't want shoulder discomfort. No shoulder pain. Gang, we are about 4 minutes down. About 4 minutes down. Looking for like 2 to 3 sets. If you get 3 sets, great. 2 sets is fine. Remember, today you're just kind of feeling out the workout, seeing what exercises are challenging for you, seeing how you have to make some exercises a little bit easier or change them. And we want the push-ups ideally in the triceps. Got about 50 seconds. If you get your 3 sets done before your time is up, just kind of hang out for a little bit. Have it. Have it. 20 seconds, gang. Ten more seconds. Finish whatever it is that you are doing. All right, gang. That is time. All right, next two exercises. Did we decide this way or this way for the A's? All right, gang. So first exercise is going to be a prone A iso hold. This is a new exercise for us. We're kind of putting this in. It's challenging to work the back of your body. Okay, when we're doing this stuff at home, it's really hard to work pulling and rowing exercises. All right, so we're always looking for kind of creative ways to hit those muscles. This is going to be one of them. So your prone A iso hold. You start on your belly. You're going to make an A. So basically, hands in this position. Maybe you want your A to be a little bit wider, like an arrow. That's fine. Okay. Um, Whatever. Doesn't really matter. However, you feel comfortable with your hands close to your torso or close to your thighs. You can also do this either palms up or palms down, whichever one feels better for you. The motion is you're basically doing like an I position, except you're in this position and you're lifting your arms up off the floor. This could be like, I mean, I feel this a lot in my lats and my back. I don't really notice that much of a difference between hands up or hands down. Okay. Actually felt pretty good. So that is going to be a 15 to 30-second count. Hold. Yeah, that's going to be a your hold or your count. If some of you can't count to 30, okay, I understand it's a lot of numbers to keep track of. Do it until you get bored, right? You could also go up and down with it. So as it's written, it's an iso hold. You hold it, but you could go up and down up to 30 times. All right. All right. We're going to superset with a hamstring curl to a, oh my God, to a single leg hip up. So this is very similar to what we did in the last couple phases. So we're going to have a foam roller. However, if you don't want to do it on the foam roller, I'll show you how to do it with a dumbbell. So we're going to do it on the foam roller. And do our leg curls. Okay. So legs in the foam roller. We're doing our leg curls. And then we're going to do our single leg hip up. That is either on the leg curl. If anybody does a single leg hip up on a leg curl for like the number of reps you're supposed to, you're a freak. Okay. Because I can already feel my hamstring cramping up. I would probably just do this on the floor. All right. So here's your single leg curl, or excuse me, single leg hip up. And if you want to make it a lot harder, you do it on the foam roller. All right. If the foam roller is too awkward for you, whatever the case may be, then what you can do is you can do it with a dumbbell. So you put a dumbbell on the floor, grab it with your feet, and curled up. Just imagine I have it on my feet right now. All right. And then you flip over into your single leg hip up. Woo! All right. Dick. What's that? After your leg curls, if you do them with the dumbbell. If you do them on that, you're just going to do your leg curls and then go right into your single leg hip up. All right, gang. So for your prone A iso hold, you're either doing 15 to 30 reps or you're holding it for 15 to 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. 6 minutes of just this exercise. Just kidding. If you feel it in your tricep, not. If you feel in your tricep, let's say that you come into this exercise after doing your close grip push-up and your dumbbell bench, and you're like, shit, my triceps are really juicy. They're really pumped up. They're really tired right now. Then you might feel this in your triceps a lot. That's not the goal. If you are feeling it a lot in your triceps, don't think about lifting your hands up off the floor. Think about pulling your shoulder blades back together. I got this for you. What's that? Yeah, 40. Just kidding. For your leg curls, you're doing 15 leg curls. And then you're going to flip over. You're going to do up to 25 single leg hip up. This is a little bit different than what we did last phase in the sense that the leg curls are going to hit the hamstrings. The hip up is going to hit the glutes. But if you do the hip up with your foot on the foam roller, you're also going to get a lot more hamstrings. So it really just depends on how you're doing this exercise. But after your leg curls, you're going into your single leg hip ups. 15 leg curls. I do want 15 for the leg curls. Next time you do this, I'm going to show you how to elevate yourself. Make it a little harder. Oh, same thing actually for you too. Next time you do this, I'll show you how to. Yeah, yeah. Gang, for the single leg hip up, try and alternate your sides. So in other words, do your first set where you do your leg curls and you do like right leg hip up and then left leg. And then your second set, switch. And again, the A's up. If you're feeling the tricep, it could be because your triceps are just very tired from the first two exercises. But if you're feeling your triceps, then what you're doing is you're thinking about driving your hands to the ceiling away from the wall. That's triceps. I want you to think about trying to pull your shoulder blades together to lift your arms up off the floor. Some of you might not even be able to pick your arms up off the floor without feeling your triceps. Also, with that position, play around with how close your hands are to your torso. So some of you might feel a little bit more by taking your hands farther from your torso. So you're basically just gonna put your thighs on this. And you want to have your knees just off. Okay. And thighs together, knees just off, and then basically like that. Okay. So yes, for this one, I don't know if we've done this or not. You're basically gonna be on this pad, and your knees are gonna be just off the pad, like this. Okay, your thighs are gonna go together, and then this is gonna give you a bigger range of motion with that leg curl. Okay. And knees just off the pad. Gang, we are 440. Yes. And let me know if you need me to hand the dumbbell to you. Basically like that. You can do it like that. You can have your chest on the floor. It really just depends on what's comfortable for you. Yeah, you can put another pad on your chest. But the idea with this is it takes you through a bigger range of motion. You could. The bench isn't. You would that, and also the bench might not be wide enough to support your hips. Gang, we have about 30 seconds. Don't worry about your sets today, guys. Today is really just introducing. It's like a blind date. All right. It's like a blind date that you're committed to for the next 6 weeks. Why don't anybody find that as humorous as I did? When's your friend supposed to go? Oh, I gotta go. My friend's emergency at home. 10 more seconds. All right, gang, that's time. That is time. Last two exercises. Okay. So, sometimes when we write these programs and then we do them and we're like, haha, all right. So we got single leg box squats or B stance squat. Uh, Basically, kind of the same thing. We have been doing these, although we didn't do them last phase. So single leg squats either on one leg, just like straight up on one leg, nice and slow on the down and back up, or B stance. Your B stance is going to be foot underneath of you. My left leg is doing all the work. Well, 90% of the work. My right leg is just there for a little bit of balance. All right. You also don't, if you're going to do a B stance, you don't need to use a bench. So you can just squat down or a chair. You can just squat down as low as you want. So if you can do a single leg squat, bench or box. If you're doing a B stance squat, you don't need it. You're just trying to go as low as you can. All right, then we're going to superset that with shoulder elevated hip ups. So basically, we're going to make sure that you can't sit on a toilet for the next 2 days. So your shoulder elevated hip up. Easiest way to do it is just put your shoulders on a foam roller. Okay, this is the easiest way to do it because really, all we need is we need your shoulders elevated so that we can go through a bigger range of motion for the hip up. If this is easy, I go to a single leg hip up. Now I could also do this on a chair. If you're doing it on a chair, you need to push the chair against the wall because the chair is going to slide a little bit. You could also do this on a bench or a box. All right. The idea is basically you're just propping your shoulders up on something to give you a bigger range of motion for your hip ups. All right, gang. 10 to 15 for the squat. If you're doing B stance, give me closer to 15. If you're doing single leg, give me closer to 10. And then we're going to do 10 to 20 for the shoulder elevated hip ups. If both feet on the floor is easy, take one leg off the ground, you're going to do single leg shoulder elevated hip ups. All right, gang, 6 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go. So if you're doing your B stance squat, shoot for 15. If you're doing the B stance squats, I want you to go as low as you can. And the B stance, you should actually be a lot easier to get lower. If you're doing your single leg squats, you're doing 10-ish. Nice and slow on the down. Nobody's making any noises. I love it. For the single leg squat, nice and soft touch. So if you're going to like a bench or a box, chair, should be very soft touch on that object. You can make the B stance squats harder by holding a dumbbell in each hand. If you dumbbell on your teeth, however you want to hold that dumbbell. And then we got our shoulder elevated hip ups. Probably for you, single leg. Oh, where were you going? um, for your hip ups, for your shoulder elevated hip ups, you're doing 10 to 20. Again, the easiest way to do this is just elevate your shoulders on the foam roller. It's going to roll around a little bit. Okay. That's okay. It's not a huge deal. If that's easy, take one leg up off the floor. If you find that the foam roller is too awkward to do it on, then you're going to do it on a couch, shoulders against the couch. You're going to do it on a chair, shoulders against the chair. We are going 6 minutes, and then you guys are done. We are about 230 down. About 230 down. I would I would me personally, I would probably just do 2 sets of these 2 exercises because we're hitting the glutes pretty hard. I'm not a huge fan of being sore. So, I would probably do 2 sets for today, see how I feel tomorrow, maybe do more sets next time. Yeah, I'll do that. Yep, I'll let you know. Yep. Gang, we need enough set to get a pump and a burn in the target muscles. We need enough set and reps to get a burn and a pump in that target muscle. Anything over what we need is referred to as junk volume. And it's basically it's exactly what it sounds like. It's junk work. It doesn't necessarily help us. So if you're doing an exercise and I say, I want you to do 3 or 4 sets, and after 2 sets, you're like, yo, I'm feeling pretty tired in that muscle. You might not need 3 or 4 sets. We got about 90-ish seconds. Yeah. No, that's good. I mean, we're hitting everything. Meaning that we maybe like a row. No, I like it. Take care. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Oops.
About 20 seconds, guys. Step downs. Aiden, good job, buddy.
Thanks,
Gang next
Ben.
time.
I'll be seeing you pretty soon.
Sounds good, man. Good job, Sandy. You guys have a great day. Enjoy this last nice day.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. See you, Sandy.